talk. Let me speak my piece. It's for all my dogs. Coming straight off the leash. She kill 'em all like the Reaper. I need a girl like Nika. She jumping out the gym on all them hoes. Shorty came straight out the bleachers. Hey, she the baddest. Hey, that girl too bad. Hey, she came through with the combo. Cause shorty too lavish. Hey, that girl she the baddest. Hey, that girl too bad. Hey, look, she came straight with the combo.
Welcome back. We had a little moment there, but can you all see us? Let us know in the chat if you can hear and see us. It does not look like we're live still. Super, it doesn't look like we're still live. We are still doing YouTube, but we're not live. What if I am and I'm on YouTube? Sing it to somebody. Forgot my YouTube channel was on here too. So you guys, if anybody's in the chat, oh wait, Daniel Johnson said we're loud and clear. So we are back.
Yay.
Share the live, please. Tap in, let everybody join us. So we are back with Tutu. In case you all did not know, we are talking to Tutu about her lovely, lovely daughter, Angel Elise, who is breastfeeding heaven currently. She just transitioned this week. And so we're talking to Tutu not only about the experience, but her feelings and some of the things that have been transpired rather prior to, just to gain awareness. And then also we're trying to, of course, we would like contributions. So I would like to list the information at the bottom for people to contribute if they would like to, so that you can help out with, you have funeral costs, you have all types of things that you have to take care of, correct?
Yes.
So what are some of the things that they need to do, and where can they go to contribute?
I have a GoFundMe that's on my page. I don't know the actual link.
It's on your Facebook?
Yes.
Okay, and your Facebook is?
It's my full name. It's so long.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Tutu is going to type that in there, and while she is, hold up one second. So while Tutu is typing that in, as we've been discussing thus far, as I said, she just I did. Yeah, she's an engineer. You hit enter. You can't hit enter.
Oh, I can't. Okay.
So yes, she is. Well, it's on her again. So this is Tutu typing in her information so that you all can go to her Facebook page. And
Right.
Is that right?
Lord.
See. Can you see it? And Ray, if you are in the chat, if you are able to go ahead and put the link for the GoFundMe in the chat, that would be great.
Right. My
As
cash
well.
app is my last name, Tutu Salati.
And
My
her
logo is on there.
Oh, right. So that is at the bottom here. This is where we want to go. Yep. For Facebook. And if you go to her Facebook, then you can see the GoFundMe on there if you would like to contribute. Also, her Cash App, if you would like to send anything, is $Gulati, which you see up there at the bottom as well. Okay. Now, Tutu, take us back now. A few weeks ago, or no, it was a couple of months ago, right?
It was actually April 11th.
April 11th. Now, what happened on April 11th?
April 11th. My daughter has a GC.
Mm-hmm. That's to feed her, right?
Yes, that's to feed her. She didn't require that at birth.
Oh, okay.
She's actually able to feed herself.
Oh,
But from her catheter and her shunt breaking here while I was on palm consultations in 2019, I was just visiting, and it broke, and she kind of like, I don't want to say she died in the house, but she was limp.
oh.
So the emergency team came. Emergency surgery was the next day at Children's
What kind of emergency surgery?
on her shunt.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they had to replace the shunt that I told you for
So
her
the shunt had
hydrocephalus.
broken.
Yeah,
Wow.
and she just became limp. She wasn't responding or nothing. And this was on a Sunday. I'll never forget. So that situation, we pulled the cord too. That's a long story too. And she survived. But yeah, but as she came back, she forgot things.
Mm-hmm.
So it stunted her development too.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So
It was
when
some
that
of the
happened,
machines and stuff.
it was a lack of oxygen at that
Yes,
time. Then too.
everything,
Okay.
everything.
Okay.
So she forgot how to feed herself, so they had to
Oh.
give her G-tube.
Okay.
And she didn't
Hmm.
really like nothing by mouth anyway.
Oh, in the first place.
Yeah, in the first place, like
Okay.
because I tried to give her food,
So
like
that made
regular
things a
food.
little easier in her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Maybe not
yeah.
to you,
Not at
but
all, not at all. But I have to go past April 11th
okay.
because it will explain how we got to April 11th.
Okay. All right. So take me there.
I'm gonna take you there.
Yes. Yes.
So in March,
Mhm.
my daughter was put on the school bus from
Uh-huh.
my home. I live all the way like Rockery Park area.
Okay.
So it was actually a 72-minute ride to her school to Stanton Road, Turner Elementary,
Okay.
right? She's only supposed to be due on the bus no longer than an hour.
Right.
She didn't have an aide or a nurse or anything. I didn't even know at the
Oh.
time she was eligible for one.
Oh my goodness.
So there were
Which says
two,
a lot because seems like
yeah,
somebody would have said something.
yeah, right. There were two aides on there with their students,
Mhm.
a regular bus aide and a driver.
Uh huh.
So when they rolled my daughter in to school, the school noticed that my daughter was having a full-blown seizure. They can't determine how long she was having the seizure for, right? But none of these adults
Who were on the bus?
paid her any attention. Okay.
Oh my
So that led her to being into Children's Hospital admitted for 11 days.
goodness.
The longest stay that she's had
Mhm.
throughout these 6 years that we've
Right.
been back home,
Right.
outside of the first incident I told you about.
So
So let me tell you what changed.
what about the aide for the school that was on the bus? That weren't they?
They
supposed
wasn't
to-
paying my baby no mind. Aussie.
Okay.
Okay. They didn't pay my baby no mind.
Mhm.
I don't want to hear they wasn't trained for this and that because it was nurses on there.
Right.
And if you have eyes, you can see.
Yeah.
So that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Complete bullshit.
Right.
So, and she had her emergency meds in her backpack
That they could have given her.
that they could have given her, but they didn't because they didn't notice that she was having a seizure. So they didn't call the paramedics. Adults, right?
and
Yeah.
they rolled her into the
They
school,
rolled her-
which means that
I have a video right now on my Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
on my social media, of how she looked. Because to save the school's butt,
Yeah.
they had to record it.
Yeah. 'Cause
Like
they're
this,
like, this
you know,
is how they brought her
this is
here.
what happened as she's off, coming off the bus.
Yeah.
They've been there twice in with her in school
Uh-huh.
and has been able to administer her emergency meds and call the ambulance.
Mhm.
And literally, a previous before this, literally did the training, the emergency training or whatever.
Right.
She came home the same day,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
Because it was time effective,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
This one, no. So she was there 11 days fighting.
Mhm.
Okay. Miss Perry, the teacher, I love her. She was there often,
really
rode with her.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes, I love her dearly. Like I love her so, I appreciate her
That's
so much.
amazing.
She's a godsend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally.
Yes, and there was another student from her class that was there too. Unfortunately, he had passed.
Oh. Okay.
So the classroom was just already disheveled.
Yeah.
So as we're there and stuff, the change in my child, now she has to have oxygen.
Oh.
What she didn't have to have before.
So after
right?
that, she had to
She
stay on oxygen.
she had to have oxygen, a cannula,
Oh.
an emergency oxygen through MediRents. That's her provider or her supplies, right?
Uh-huh.
So me being paranoid, I had a pulse ox machine,
Okay.
but I never used it. You
I'm
know what I
very
mean?
Familiar with the pulse oximeter. Yeah.
Yes. So that was the readings for all her vital records.
Yes. Please tell. So a pulse oximeter, it monitors heart rate as well as oxygen saturation level to see how much oxygen is actually in your bloodstream,
Mhm.
and it makes sure your heart rate doesn't go above a certain amount or below a certain amount, and that you don't stop breathing completely for
Exactly.
XYZ amount of time.
Exactly.
Yeah, so she has that as well.
So my first nurse, I fired her.
Okay.
So I had a second nurse that started in December.
Okay.
So she was here from
Last December.
last December to March.
Okay.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So when March came and this incident came, I explained to her, I don't know how to use this machine.
Okay.
And she said, Miss Aisha, don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for years. I got it.
Right.
So she would monitor that.
Okay.
So what she had done, and I'm gonna pull this picture up. Her and her lazy self,
Mhm.
I guess decided because Angel moves around a lot, but not that much.
Right.
You know how that's the sticky thing at the
Yeah.
bottom of it, like a band-aid.
Yeah. Mhm.
So she put that on my daughter's toe and was alternating the toes and cut off a cloth and wrapped it to secure it around my child's toe
Cutting
and
off
cut
the
off her
circulation.
circulation. And this is what I discovered when the milk spilled in her bed when I took the socks off to clean my child in a full bath. Okay. I immediately went crazy, called 911 for them to come and take us to the emergency room where I reported her negligence and its
Why was
abuse.
she tying it on there anyway? So
She
let's
told me she didn't notice nothing.
but let's
How you don't notice this?
no, but let's be clear that they put pulse oximeters on everybody. When you go to the hospital, you know that little white band-aid thing that they put on your finger, and it doesn't read very well if you have nail polish on or something. You know what I mean? You've had it on before,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So they put it on. It's just a little white band-aidy thing. So it's meant to stick on you. And
Yeah.
when you've had it on in the hospital, I'm sure that I move more than Angel was moving around.
Yeah.
And so therefore, if it stays on me, why would you have to take a cloth? So how does she
Who in
explain
their right
that?
mind would think something like that, but a mentally disturbed person? So when I called my
What
case
in the world?
manager, I said, this bitch did this to my child. Like, I
Right.
can't believe it. And the thing that got me the most is you didn't say nothing.
At all.
It could have been prevented.
Yeah.
But you thought you were going to keep hiding it.
Because she
Like,
had to see that.
no, because she was giving my daughter baths, like in the
Which
in the
means
bed.
she saw
Like,
that.
she was rotating it. That's not one toe. This
Yeah,
is
that's
two
both.
toes. That's two toes.
And
And and I'm sorry to get loud, but
no, go
and
ahead.
you lied about your notes, because how can you give readings on dead skin? Make it make sense. Yeah, real talk. Yeah. So right. How can you do that? It's not
So
possible.
the pulse oximeter wouldn't even work on
No.
that skin, correct?
No. So
So-
what is it reading?
And okay, I want to be clear also. So when you set up a pulse oximeter, if it's not reading, it goes off. Like that
Mhm.
makes it alert. So if I take a pulse oximeter and I stick it on this cup and I cut it on, it'll go off. There'll be an alarm. It'll alarm until I cut it back off or until I
Yeah,
take
you
it off
and you
and
just
put it
push the
on
button,
somebody.
and that's
Yeah.
what it will be.
No,
You just
but
push
she
the
couldn't have
button.
kept hitting that button because that alarm is ridiculous.
It is. It
Like that
is.
alarm. The alarm is what woke me up at 2 a.m. when my daughter was bleeding from her nose
My
and not
God.
breathing. It woke the whole house up. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's how loud the alarm is what I'm saying.
Wow.
So it's impossible that she definitely was just negligent.
She
There's
was
no
just
way around that.
yeah. So when she
And she
thought,
was
so
lying.
mind you, this was 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
When you
So
found this.
when I found this, right? So
Why was she not there at this time?
because those wasn't her work hours.
Oh, okay.
Her hours to working was from 11 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
to 6 a.m. in the
Okay,
morning.
so she was the night nurse.
She was a night nurse.
Right.
Angel didn't qualify for 24-hour nursing.
Right, but you
You
also
see-
couldn't take care of her 24
Right,
hours.
that's not
and
possible.
you're not a nurse.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
go ahead.
So as I'm trying to get her ready to get
Right.
my other daughter from school, that's when all this happened.
Oh my god.
You see, so I had to have arrangements to get my other baby picked
What
up.
date was this?
This was April 11th.
This was April 11th.
This was April 11th.
This was April 11th.
So let me finish telling you.
At 3 in the afternoon.
Yes, 3 in the afternoon.
Mhm.
So when I called her person that's over her
Supervisor,
supervisor,
yeah.
right? I sent them the pictures.
What'd
They
they
were
say?
disgusted. And I advised them because she didn't know that I knew.
Mm-hmm.
My son said, let her come to the house.
Mm.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm not going to trick her into coming to this house because then your mother going to be locked up.
Period.
And I told him, who's
Even
gonna
if you have a reason.
I said, who's really gonna take care of Angel? Well, I can't. No, you can't.
Right.
No, you can't. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna do this
Right.
the right way. So the lady calls my phone. Oh, hi, Miss Aisha. Everything's okay. No, it's not okay, bitch. I know what you did to my child. What are you talking about? No, I know. I said, what you did to her toes, plural. You know what she said to me?
What?
I didn't notice anything. I said, well, you must be blind.
Her toes are
I said,
black.
are you retarded? I mean,
Her
not that
toes are
I don't want to talk
black.
about retardation, but out of all things to say,
I didn't notice
I
anything.
didn't notice anything. Okay, they released my child the same day, sent me home with antibiotics, some spray, and some honey, something or other to put on her toe, and said, "Come back for this appointment so she can see a specialist."
Okay.
Because they knew for a fact they were going to have to amputate it,
Uh-huh.
right?
Both of them?
No, just one.
The right
Her
one.
actually, her other toe healed
Oh, it did.
because it wasn't that far gone.
Okay.
Because she
Okay.
was rotating them. You see what I'm saying?
She wasn't rotating them from the beginning. She started
She
rotating
started
them
with
once
the one
that
that was
one
messed
started.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then she started rotating.
I never even thought about that.
That's why they weren't both as bad as
I'm
each
sorry.
other. No, you're
I
fine.
never even thought about that. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
She wasn't at first. She was just
No.
doing that right foot, that right toe.
Exactly. Exactly.
So okay. So they let you out of they send her home.
So
they
they
give you the
send her
medication.
home. They send me the medicine.
One foot is healing.
Yes, one foot is healing greatly. The other foot, no, it's not looking right.
And nothing
So
changed on it at
nothing's
all.
changed. They did the X-rays. They found out, the bone wasn't affected or whatever. They gave me one surgery date that was for June. Okay. For some reason, the staff couldn't all be there on the same day, so they pushed it back to July 17th, which is next week. Yes.
So she was supposed to have surgery next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
So okay. All right.
And this is a child that doesn't talk.
Right. So she
This
can't
is a child
say,
that's laughing and clapping while she's suffering and doesn't
nobody
know.
knows.
So, like my daughter said, why?
Yeah, why?
Answer that.
That's
Why?
the real question.
Why this mister? You don't think this is sensitive?
Right.
Priority? No.
Right.
It's okay because she's disabled.
Is it even that
That's
though?
how I'm taking
But
it.
so I wouldn't even take it as that though. Because let's think about it. When you went to the hospital because you were in labor, what did they tell you?
Dismiss me, send me home.
Were you disabled?
No.
You weren't even in this state.
No.
So this is not just I want to be very clear. This is
Yeah.
not just a black problem. It's not just a disabled problem. This is a problem worldwide.
Absolutely.
People have to start caring about other people.
Right.
Like flat
Right.
out. Like we are humans and we all are connected. And when you do things so asinine, so dismissive, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It doesn't just impact the person that you're dismissing.
Yes.
It's a long. There are long.
And that's why I just feel like throughout all of this, it could have been prevented.
Yeah, it definitely could have.
Point blank. Period.
If you want to take it back to getting her delivered in a
Yeah,
timely manner.
just everything.
Yeah,
in all, and it's sad
it really
because now
is.
she's not here,
Right.
and she's proven that she was a hell of a fighter.
Yeah.
Like she's instilled faith in those who were lost.
So did she end up getting sepsis from the?
I don't know.
So what
We will
happened
find
next?
out.
What was the next step? Or
So-
what's going on?
So what's going on is
Well, wait. She was supposed to have surgery next week. What ended up happening though? What happened?
her toe came off in the bed. She bled out. My son found her deceased, and she was peacefully resting in the bed, like you wouldn't even know. Because when I came in there, the first thing I see is the toe off, blood in the bed. I go to her, I call 911. I'm like, my baby's not responding. So they tell me, lay her on the floor, lay her on the floor. So I'm like, baby, put the stuff on the floor, let's lay her out.
And they walk you through CPR.
They walk me through CPR.
Because that's just
The
standard.
protocol, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I'm not even getting tired. You understand? I said, I don't see nothing moving on her chest. Okay? I'm in denial in my head about what is facing me
Yeah.
because we've gone through so much.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
She has conquered so
many
much.
times.
So
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
And all I could think about, this isn't nothing natural.
Right.
Another human being did this to my child.
Yeah.
You understand me? And it's taking all of my strength to try to make a breath or a response from my child, and she's not doing it.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
To the point where the magnets come in, they say, move out the way. 5 seconds, they didn't even have to tell me.
You said
Give me my child. Yes. I just started speaking life into my child. I started to pray over her. I said,
Mm.
I know my mom is with you. I know I'm not. No, I know she's with you.
Yeah.
You understand me? Please, 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 please get her mom. That's all I kept saying. That's all I kept saying. I started to make phone calls. I'm just thinking about who I have.
Right.
And that was little to none.
Yeah.
That was little to none. Like one of my dear
How many
friends,
people
sorry
are
to say,
around
thought I
you?
was joking. I'm like, what is that to joke about? I'm calling you because I need you to pick up my other child.
Oh my
Because
God.
I have to figure out.
Hey, Tutu.
She didn't deserve it. 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 Like my kids are always gonna be messed up behind this.
You don't either though.
And for what my baby say why, and I can't tell her why. I can't explain to her why. I can't say why. This is not no natural cause. This is not no seizure. This is not just something that happened because of her state, or whatever. Her past medical records is none of that.
What's the name of this?
Like real shit, community care nursing. Don't go to them.
Nursing.
Do not allow, I don't know what they're doing.
Oh my God.
And I can't even say that because the
It
third
wasn't
nurse
them, it
that
was
came
her.
in, it was her. The nurse that I finally allowed a nurse to come in because I was afraid. I told him, don't send me nobody.
Right.
I don't know what y'all gonna do to my child. Look
After
at
that
this.
happened.
Like, what are you talking about?
So did you even have a nurse?
I did,
At
and
this
she
time?
was great. Like, she loved my baby. I have nothing negative to say about that.
So you did get a
I
good nurse,
did.
but it's just that
It
this
was
had already
just at
happened.
the wrong time. So I don't blame her. I thank her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
it was
that's
that
definitely-
other, and I caught that lady chanting in my house, saying some mumbo
The first
jumbo
one?
shit. The second
that-
one,
the
the
one
one
that-
that did this
that
shit
did
to my
it.
child. Yeah, she was chanting in the bathroom. I caught her 2-3 times.
I assume that the lawsuit is not already
No.
established against
No.
her, but the nursing board has been contacted.
Yes, I
everything, correct?
reassured that because I called them when I told them about my baby passing.
Yeah.
I said, "Are you for certain
Yeah.
that this lady
Has been
reported and fired?"
Yeah.
And they said, "Yes, okay," because all they had given me was her name.
Well,
I didn't
we're
get her
gonna-
address.
We're
I
going
didn't
to
get.
look that up too.
I
to make
didn't get
sure that
none of
she's
it.
been
It
reported
needs
the
to be
nursing
checked.
board. We'll definitely
It
double
needs
check
to be
with the nursing
checked.
board.
It needs to be checked
You know,
because it's serious.
yeah, that's
This
no
is not a
joke.
game. It's not nothing funny. It's not nothing I want to wish on
At
any of my
all.
enemies. None of that.
And I just want to say for the record too, when somebody does call you and say, "Guess what happened? Such and such passed." The
No,
person's
I'm
never
literally,
joking.
I'm
They're
holding,
never joking.
I'm holding my
It's never a
deceased
joke.
child in my arm. Like I can show you the pictures and the videos. Like this is not a joke and funny matter. It's not April Fools. Like none of that. You
And
understand
it's
me?
not something that you would wish on even your worst
Nothing.
enemy, right?
I would not wish it
You know
on
the-
my worst enemy at all.
Tutu, can I
Like,
tell
look
you,
at this.
even-
My baby is dead. Like, what are you talking about? Dead, peaceful, beautiful. You understand? And she didn't deserve. She would have made it 10 more years. Can't nobody tell me that. She would have made it 10 more years. Trust and believe. And every time it was a problem or something, it would be in my back of my mind. Like, is this the day? Is this the day?
Because there's so
No,
many,
it's not the
there's
day.
so many battles she survived, so many
It's not
battles
the
she
day.
conquered.
Babe, I'm doing this.
So many
I'm
battles
doing
that
this
she
live
conquered, I
interview talking
swear.
about Asian. She
You
just
know,
fucked me up. I'm
You
gonna call
guys
up
make
today.
sure that you are definitely checking in. You're definitely, if
All
you
right.
want to contribute to the
Send me the address.
to
I'm
the-
sorry.
to the GoFundMe, make sure that you're going to Tutu's page. This is her page, Aisha too, Lori Gulati, and her Cash App again is $ Gulati. If you would like to contribute, because of course, as maybe you all don't know, I don't know. If you haven't experienced it, you probably don't know.
My son holding this up.
But when somebody passes away, especially your child, not only is it a isolating situation, okay? Because while her son lost a sister, her daughter lost a sister, Tutu lost a daughter, and unfortunately, it sucks that only one person gets to be the mom who lost a child. So you can't get a twin with you to be like, we can trauma bond together and get through it. You know what I mean? And it's very unfortunate. But Tutu, I want you to know that this is not the end of this.
It's not.
First off, we already know
it's justice for Angel.
But now it's about justice for Angel.
Justice for Angel.
Now it's about making sure that this doesn't happen anywhere else. Not just by this lady, but your purpose is probably much greater than even you had any clue to. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I didn't find my purpose or find any inclination of what it really was until I lost two sons. You feel what I'm saying? 20 years later, it had to happen again to me for me to get it. You know what I'm saying? For it to hit. So take it, receive it, right? It's going to be hard. Like you already said, you already know this is a lifetime journey that you're on, right? But you got what it takes to get through it. You honestly do. You've been through so many things that people have no idea about.
But I'm learning at the second.
Learning what?
Everything.
Yeah.
When I think that I got it, when I remind myself that I've been here, but it's hitting totally different. The hit is different.
That's my
like
point.
When you had first started, I just went back. I was like, damn, I did my mama, my husband, and my child.
That's the point.
And I'm
exactly.
stuck. I'm stuck on my child. I can't compare that to nothing.
It's nothing.
I can't compare it to nothing I ever been through in my life. Ever.
It's losing your mom, losing your husband.
It's not the same
at all.
It's not the same.
So,
like they've had their life.
Yeah,
you understand?
That's exactly what it
feels
like.
The best out of my baby life. She just got a brand new crib. You understand? It's like a hospital bed. Got a brand new tilt stroller. I said stroller, wheelchair. Like everything was like smoothing out.
Right.
She was supposed to start homeschool on Monday, man. Homeschool. She got approved, like everything. We was setting up to do her the Disney trip and everything, like all that. Yes, and it was taken away. Why? Because of a wicked person. And all she could have done is just say something like, I messed up. I did this too tight. I could have called an ambulance to help her and save her. You said nothing. You kept covering her fucking socks with socks on her feet on, covering what you did. Like, I'm never going to see something as you crazy. I'm her mother.
Right, I'm going to look.
Yes, and she got answer for that on my soul. She going to answer for that.
You do realize if she don't answer for it,
she got to answer for it. She going to answer for it.
It's
trust
not
and believe.
She's
going to answer for it. God sees all things. Trust and believe. And I say it again. He sees all things. He knows your heart, your mind, your intentions, your thought before you move. And you don't play with them. I try to warn people about that. They want to know why this and that to me because I know me and I know him through her. Real shit.
I want to make sure we touch on this.
It pisses me off.
I want to make sure we touch on this too. So, how has your experience been since losing your child? Now, before you say anything out your mouth, though, right? I told you I lost both of my sons, right? So this is my second son that I lost, right? I can't lie to you and say, oh, everybody was sweet and kind and treated me with the grace that you should treat people with. Regularly,
oh no!
I
got a bitch on my Instagram right now coming for me on my GoFundMe post.
About what?
Saying
about what?
Horrible shit. I'll let you read it.
Does it make you wonder at all?
It doesn't make me wonder. But what it reminds me of is the envy that's been always set out for me because of whose child I am. And I'm in my blessing. Dr. Elise Chanel Galati. And can nobody change or switch in my shoes or place or nothing. That's here to stay. You understand me? And it ain't going nowhere. I am her child.
So what I want
I
you to,
am her child.
what I
But
want you
this
to
is
do.
what I see.
Hold up, before
And
we
I
acknowledge
just
the
no,
ignorant
I
stuff.
want you to see it
I'm gonna look at her
because in the midst of
but hold
me
up, what's more
trying,
important to her? Hold up, for real. I want you to remember with the power that you just declared who you are.
yes,
I want you to remember that every single time a moment comes, not just whose child you are,
but you know
the
what?
child of whose child you are. Like she
God's
was made
child,
by God,
but
fearfully and
chosen.
wonderfully.
But guess what?
What you say?
When my chosen,
what?
but chosen.
Oh, okay, now go
But
ahead.
my son held me up as we're
Mhm.
walking our
He sure
baby,
did.
right? My son, Terrence Townsend, I love him. You
Shout
understand
out
me?
to Terrence.
My first, I could tell him, I always say, you my prom baby.
Yeah,
He hated. But my baby stood with me.
yeah.
And as I'm breaking down and I'm holding on to him for strength, he said, "What's your last name?"
That's right.
He made me say
That's
my
right.
last name.
That's
And he
right.
said, "What that mean?"
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah.
So he know that.
Yeah.
My son been watching and learning.
Yeah.
You understand? We've
For
been
real.
through so much together growing up
Say that.
because we're so, we're not that far in age. So it's kind of like I treated him as a brother, not like a son. So, but now in his manhood, you understand me?
You don't know you speaking my
She showed me I did great.
Yeah.
I don't need your approval.
Yeah, at all.
I don't need your acceptance.
I don't need your likes.
I don't need
I don't need
nah,
none of it.
I don't
That's
need to be verified by you or none of that. I am who I am, and you are who you are. Sit with it.
She said, I don't need the blue check.
I don't need it. Listen, I've been that.
Amen.
Been that.
Yeah.
And I've been more of a giver than I've been to myself.
But the problem with givers is who do they attract more often than not?
The leeches.
The leeches, the takers.
The leeches.
Yeah.
My mother will always say, Aisha, you got succubus around you.
Yeah.
I don't know what a succubus is.
Now you do, don't
now
you?
I do.
Now you do.
Yeah, they preying on you. They
No.
jealous of you. I'm like, well, why? What I got that they don't? Everything.
Everything.
I didn't even see it.
Everything.
I didn't even see it.
That's so
it's
sincere.
more easier for me to be with low value bum ass bitches. You know what I'm saying? Instead of people that walk.
To be the big fish swimming in
Instead
the
of me
pond?
being with women that got trust and estates and things of that manner.
You gotta say that.
Yeah, these are all voucher waiting bitches that's playing with me on my top. And not to say like all broke people are evil, but it's the broke people with the bad hearts. Those are the ones, you understand, that have it out for me. So as this person says shit like this on my crying out for help, that's just valid.
So you make a post. Okay, I just want to share with you all. I'm not going to read this because it doesn't receive it. I'm not. But basically, she's asking, how is it that you need help with burying your child, right? Because we all are waiting to bury our kids, right? We all have plenty of money sitting around because we're waiting on the day that we're going to bury our kids. No, that's not how it works. But okay, how are you asking for money, or how do you need help when you have wigs and nails and what? Oh, just a bunch of ignorance. She's just stupid. Talking about that you make prom dresses, so you have talent, which means you have a job, right? Is that not your job?
It is my job.
I'm just asking because so you have bills also. Is that
oh my God.
Okay.
You wouldn't want my bills.
Let's see. Instead of singing and rapping, grow up. Oh, old lady. Okay. So instead of practicing your talents, what you should be doing is what? I didn't really read a solution in there. Did you see a solution in there?
There wasn't one solution.
I just saw a lot of attacks and
this is what fans.
Oh, Daniel Johnson said praying for you, sister.
Thank you so much. But this is what fans and stalkers do to me. And that's weird. And it's probably somebody that probably is infatuated. No, it's a dummy page.
So somebody took the time.
Yeah.
Hold on. So I'm gonna tell you what my thought is. This might throw you.
No.
Girl, you must be really blessed. You must be amazing like for me to take the time out of my day to create a whole nother page just so I could come under your comment and make a negative and be nasty.
Absolutely.
And she wrote like a paragraph for Christ's sake.
It's very weird.
That's so stalker obsessive.
It's very obsessive.
Like, but that also should tell you again exactly who you are.
Absolutely.
Because nobody takes the time to hate on somebody that ain't worth hating on.
Absolutely.
At all.
But I do want to share this to answer the confusion on why I'm even asking
why
for help.
Do we need assistance?
So
I needed
now. So I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth, because this is going to help somebody
Yes.
who's ever won a case.
Yeah.
Right. When you win a malpractice case
How
and
does
they
that
give
work?
you a trust.
Oh,
They don't
what's the
give you
trust mean?
a trust are all the assets put
Mhm.
in somebody else's care to
Until.
manage until you can only use the trust for the dependents.
Mhm.
And the being is that I am the overseer. I have
Mhm.
to get written forms of documentations to prove that
Mhm.
anything that I need for my child is
Mhm.
for a medical standpoint or
Mhm.
driving purposes.
Mhm.
Anything from that has to go through somebody else,
Mhm.
correct?
Yes.
But what they didn't tell me
Mhm.
that is while she was alive, I
Mhm.
was supposed to draw up a burial fund.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, nobody told me that.
Well, see. That's
So
the
so
kicker.
so wait. So while I'm at the funeral home planning a whole big circus,
Right.
right? For all these people that don't give a fuck about my child,
Or
that,
you.
that only want to take out pictures and
Remember,
be cute
funerals are for
or
the living.
seen.
So the question isn't even did they care about your child? Do they care about
No,
you?
because none of them sat, called, none of that.
Okay.
You understand? A
Mhm.
few did.
Uh-huh.
They're very welcome, but this is gonna be a private thing,
You should
right?
be.
Because as this shit was
It
adding
should
up,
be anyway.
first of all, let's start with the autopsy. All 8K, and that's 8K and some change. Okay,
Her autopsy is not being
eight.
covered.
No, you want to know why it was not? It's not being
Yes.
covered
Why?
because I can't say the doctor's name.
A doctor.
A doctor
Uh-huh.
dismissed it and said because of her record, she probably died from a seizure. Yeah. So on my death certificate right now, it's pending. They don't have anything. Yeah, exactly.
But
Medical. No, let me stop you.
So they don't have to do an autopsy.
No, they said if she died in the hospital, they may have, but possibly not either.
So basically, their point is that because she was sick,
They're
already,
judging
they're not gonna
her
take
by
the
her
time to
medical
find out.
record.
They're not gonna take the time to
There's
find out.
no
what
way
happened.
around it. They're judging her
How
from
do
her
they know
records.
that you didn't take a pillow and put it over her head so you could get insurance money?
Wow.
That seems like the most ignorant, asinine
to
operation that I could ever. Let me explain why very clearly.
Mm-hmm.
So my son passed from an accidental overdose, right?
My God.
We knew this before he left the house, before he left out of the, he was laying there, he's deceased. Okay, we know what happened. Everybody's telling us what happened. We know what happened, right? They still did an autopsy. I didn't ask them to do an autopsy.
Really?
They still did an autopsy. Yeah, it's a given because they're supposed to make sure nothing precarious happened.
Wow.
Only thing they know is what we said happened, right or wrong. Did the coroner, did the Maryland medical examiner see, him take anything? No. So they don't know what we did to try to get whatever out of whatever.
No, you
know
need
what I'm
that
saying?
on black and white.
Yeah, so they did an automatic autopsy. So now why are they not doing an autopsy with Angel, who also could have had, who knows, what you could have done anything. Your son could have done, somebody could have broken the house and did, so they don't know what happened really. Yeah. So it seems like to me that they should be doing that, not even as a courtesy for you or for her. Well, no, for her. Like, what happened? They should be able to say for certain what happened, Mm-hmm. You were good.
I was good. Because I know it was like moving and stuff. But
yeah, so they're not doing the autopsy. So that's $8,000. And then what other costs? Because I think people are mistaken about. People forget this.
So she's not getting buried. She's getting cremated.
Okay.
So that's like $4,000 some dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Then the viewing,
yeah,
all that stuff, the casket.
And when you have a viewing, you have to pay for a regular funeral. In case you all don't know, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Having a cremation doesn't mean that you pay way less money because you're not having a funeral. You still have to pay for a funeral and the clothing, the casket, etc. And the casket has to be burned because you have to. Once they put a body in it, you can't use it again. Right. So yeah. So you have to pay for all of those things. So it's well over
$20,000. Well over.
Well,
and mind you,
and you weren't expecting.
I wasn't I thought I was just gonna go to the trust, one call.
Yeah.
No, because Medicaid froze her accounts.
That's the other thing.
Medicaid froze her account. Do you understand that? Yeah, because they want their money.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Medicaid gets money?
Yeah, for everything that they paid for my child. Oh, yeah.
They want it back?
Of course. Ooh, yeah. Drop. Yeah. So while bitches is on the internet trying to figure out why Aisha don't have it, yeah. Oh, I have it, bitches, but I can't touch it.
Right.
So know that. Yes. Let me
say
talk
it
to
again.
you,
say
bitches.
it to the camera.
Let me tell you hoes one thing. I have it and will always have it. But don't think because I can't touch it right now, because bitch, I'll buy you. So
Period.
yeah, and that's
Hard
on that.
period. Yeah.
With your bum ass.
And you want to be careful. I'm gonna say that you want to be careful what you say to people or the times that you are callous
It's
and
disgusting.
hard towards somebody, because God forbid
It's disgusting.
when the unthinkable comes your way.
Right, and guess what? Everybody coming to me.
How about that?
And now I'm coming to people. I'm getting all the excuses under the sun. Yeah. And I want to say something so bad, but I'm going to wait till my daughter is like all her
Once
things
you've
are wrapped
handled
up.
everything.
Once I do that, man, I'm going to be talking. I'm going to pull some people cards. I got so much proof of bullshit in my phone. And as much as I've done for people and overly done for people to tell me, oh, they can't help, or oh, everybody need help, or I can't do nothing. A bitch done sent me $3 and I appreciate it. You understand? It's the thought that counts.
It is
and the
thought
principle
that counts.
about it.
Yeah.
You understand me?
For real though.
Yeah, I done tricked off so much money on a dead person. I done got tricked and swindled and played on and preyed on.
It's probably not gonna make you feel
no
better.
For real. I did it and I accepted though.
Yeah.
$266,000 in the ground. Real shit, invested in the other motherfucker stuff for them to X me out on businesses. Like real shit, I will really talk my shit with facts. I would do short stories and yeah, y'all gonna pay to get this motherfucking content. Like, don't try me. Yeah.
That was
different. Other foundation. I'm a wait. I'm gonna put it out there too. Listen to me, dead air. Oh, let me get off the phone. You're not trying to put me in position, and it's so much money. I can't even go into it for real. But people are really showing their true character, and it's cool. Because guess what? You don't have to do nothing for Angel. God got her regardless. And every time I sit still, he work it out.
Yeah, I was about to say, I hate to tell you this.
He work it out.
Every time.
God is love.
Yeah.
She brought me back to that.
Yeah.
I just was saying that on Spice podcast, the tax joint. You know what I'm saying? Just the 20th of last month. And that's all I spoke about. I had to ask
You sure were.
Yeah,
I heard that.
Hello?
I heard that.
And
you were
today,
speaking power.
And today,
yeah,
because I don't hide my situation.
No, you don't.
Because I show you from experience how I got back into a fold.
How about that?
And can nobody take that from me? Get with it.
Yeah.
If you can.
Take notes.
Yeah. If you can.
Yeah.
I ain't leading you either. I'm just going to tell you what worked for me.
Yeah.
And leave it at that.
Which is more than a lot of people to do.
Absolutely.
Time. A lot of people out here holding gates.
Absolutely.
Like, I'll tell you the map.
Absolutely.
But I can't walk.
And then also, I want to shed light on this too.
Yes.
It's people that I haven't talked to in years, months, just recently cut off. Everybody has been coming and supporting. And I ain't going to lie, it's been good to hear the familiarness.
Yeah.
But knowing who you are, though.
Yeah.
I have to protect myself.
Yeah.
But as sensitive as this manner is, I respect y'all and I love y'all. Know that wholeheartedly. Because I wouldn't want y'all to start planning y'all baby's funeral like how I'm doing today.
Amen.
It's the toughest thing I ever thought I had to battle.
Yeah.
And it came so unexpectedly. But I don't have the choice and time and say so for when he calls us home. That's up to him. So you walk accordingly. You understand? You balance that good and evil.
Yeah.
Real shit. And I do that on a daily, second, minute basis.
Yeah.
Because I know the bigger picture though. And I know how people would use your vulnerability to like push you off the ledge.
Yes, they
so
will.
with that text I let you see from my Instagram, that's just an imp.
You ain't even delete it either.
No, I'm gonna let it be right there. Why would I delete it?
Yeah.
That's a part of the progress and the process and the journey and
part of the journey.
It's a part of it. Please speak your mind and your piece. Because I'm still the shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I always wondered that. Like, and I would like to ask like our viewing public there this. Oh yeah, Ray said I love you too. Yes. But I want to ask our viewing public too, like, why is it that when people experience such traumatic events that we couldn't even fathom ourselves? So have you seen Hamilton before? If you watch Hamilton, so on Hamilton, his son is killed in the movie, right? I mean, or in the film or the play. I guess it's a play. In the play, it was my son's favorite play. So when it first came out on Disney that morning, I woke him up first thing in the morning.
It's a Disney movie?
Well, it's from Disney, but
Oh.
it's not a regular play, but then Disney redid the play.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good. I think you'll really like it. You should watch
Okay,
it.
okay.
But so when his son dies, right? Of course, they talk about it as they call it the unimaginable. They say he's going through the unimaginable, and it's this little song, and it's like talking about the mom, and it's like if you see her out there walking, like walking by herself, talking to herself, like don't interrupt her. You know what I'm saying? She's just going through the unimaginable. And honestly speaking, that's the best description I ever heard for losing a child. It's the unimaginable. It's the unthinkable. I don't care what's going on or what could have happened before. I don't care how sick your child was or how well your child was or how dangerous your child was. You can't imagine that moment the hour after somebody says they're gone. You know what I mean? And it's never something that you either. I remember telling somebody, yeah, I took off work. I'm not at work. I had taken off work. And they're like, it's been a year.
Oh, wow.
How long does your child have to be gone before you stop missing them?
Well, why are you clocking me?
That's a whole nother ball game.
Yeah,
but that's a whole nother
I'm that
ball game.
interesting to you.
Because grief does have its own time
It
clock
does.
for each individual person.
Let me tell you the difference. With my grief patterns with my mom and my husband are so great, right? I have more triggers with my mother.
Of course, you want to know
relationships were different.
But you know why though?
Why?
You never knew a day without your mother until the day that she was gone. Every day on this earth, even if it wasn't your mom, like everybody's mother, period. Even if she's not present, she's here though, somewhere. You know what I mean? So the day after she's gone, it's like I never knew life without you.
She came to me
and y'all had that relationship
and told me she was dead.
What? Mm-hmm. The day after? How long after?
So this is what happened. For some reason, obviously God.
Obviously.
I stayed in the room with Angel. And we slept together, and the nurse was there at the bedside. And I woke up out my sleep. And I said, go. She said, what, Aisha? I said, my mama gone. And I went back to sleep.
What?
Swear to God. Then I get the call 2 hours later. Hi, yes, Miss Aisha. It's 5:30 in the morning. Hi, Miss Aisha. We were just calling to inform you that, your mother has passed on. Da, 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 da. I said, go. My mama gone. She said, Aisha, you already told me. Yeah. What? Yes. Yes. We like this. Yes. I was the only person she could verbally say whose name. Yeah, I'm hers.
Your mother?
I'm from her.
For real?
Yeah. When she was like 55% back, I can't even give her that much. I'm going to say 35.
For real.
And I knew that was the last time I physically was going to see her.
So 7 days before my son passed, he came to me in a dream, and he was standing in the doorway of my room. And I had you had a lucid dream before? I was asleep, like so similar to you jumping up.
I always see my husband
similar
in
to
my
you
house.
being like, go, like that. Like
yeah.
I woke up as he's falling backwards. I'm jumping out of my sleep, 3:33 in the morning, and I just saw him collapse. He hit everything on the wall, right? Hit the bookcases, everything, but just collapsed. Wow. I jumped up and tears are streaming. I called my son. And he was like, I'm good. I'm okay. Like, he talked me down. Like, you need to just go back to bed. It's okay. Everything's fine. 7 days later, he was dead. That's crazy. That you said, like, your mom came to you. Do you remember the dream? Or you just
it wasn't a dream. She just was like, she told me.
She put it on you.
Yeah, she put it on me because I said it out of my mouth. And I had to get it out. And I think, like, for me, because I have powers. Just
be clear.
Yeah, be clear. And I try to warn people. But I wanted proof too. So I had to say it to somebody.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because this is a whole real situation and testimony.
Right.
So when she verified, I was like, yeah. And y'all call me crazy. Okay.
Two things.
I got you. Yeah, you be careful. That's about all. Yeah.
So now tell us, okay, we're wrapping up now, but so tell us, we always talk about why existing is not enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're literally in the position right here where I realized that existing was not enough for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right now you could go home, you could take out the color, you could, let your hair get matted, get a cigarette and let it hang from your lip and get a little nasty cardigan and rock at the window watching people kids all for the rest of your life, right? But that would just be existing, right? So why is it that you're living? What's keeping you living right now? What's pushing you still? What's keeping you moving?
My children, my mama legacy, and my dreams and my goals.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
That's a lot.
It is.
That's a lot.
But I balance it.
That's a lot, though. That's a lot to have, I'm saying. That's
Not,
a lot.
Not
that's
for me.
worth living for, I think.
I'm an octopus. What's she talking about?
I think those things are very worth living for, though.
Hey.
Those dreams, those children, that legacy.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I was raised by the great.
Yeah.
I got the greatest blueprint.
Amen. So everybody's going to be staying tuned. What do you have coming down the pike? What do you want to leave people with more than anything else to stay aware of?
Honestly, I've had so much going on for this month.
Mm-hmm.
And the passing of my daughter has shifted.
Yeah.
So I can't even speak on it. Like, I was supposed to do a show in Atlanta on Monday.
Oh, that's
I was
right.
supposed to do the table reading for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was supposed to go back to Charlotte to drop another song with visuals and all that with a major artist.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
everything
sit down,
feels
bitch.
paused. Yeah. What they say, if you don't sit down and it's time for you to, God will sit you down.
And it's okay.
It's okay.
It's all right. He need my attention.
Yeah.
He got it.
He got it. That's the absolute truth. Well, I definitely Tutu want to thank you for coming and talking to me, especially right now while you're dealing with so much. I want to still, of course, we have Tutu and I have a project coming up that she's going to be working with me on.
Yes.
I'm not really telling a lot of people about what it is, but it's very, very near and dear to my heart. It's very important to me. And I feel like it's going to be very near and dear to everybody that's involved and gets to witness it. We're making impacts around here.
Good.
Making impacts and taking names.
Mm-hmm.
Tutu, you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and I appreciate you being you.
That's so sweet of you.
I truly appreciate you being you at all times in the face of storms.
Nobody's ever
and
said
otherwise,
that to me.
you truly are like 110%. There's nobody out here that could be Tutu like Tutu.
No.
Be clear on that.
Yeah, they tried.
Aisha too. Ain't no Tutu. Aisha too. Aisha. There's nobody like you.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Thank you.
Remember, I saw you at Miami Takeover, and I didn't even know it was you. I was just like, I saw this girl. She was so amazing. I talked to you and everything, and then I'm talking to Ray, and she's like, yeah, Tutu's there. I'm like, wait, I think she's the girl I was just talking to. So yeah, I mean it when I say
it's
for real.
So funny. I had a girl when I was just in Charlotte. I did a show with Carolina Streetway. My homeboy Doja. Shout out to Doja. I love you. Mwah.
Shout out to Doja.
Yeah. So I came down there and I performed in Charlotte. Mm-hmm. And one of my Facebook friends had noticed me from my posting of being down there, and she was there in the same building. She was like, I seen you, you're so beautiful, this and that. But I guess because I switch up so much,
you do,
you never know what I'm gonna get.
You were lime green, I think, when I saw you there, wasn't it?
I was pink.
It was, it wasn't red.
No, it wasn't red.
I mean, I'm just saying the red is doing you though. You're working, you working this redhead situation.
No, this is
I
orange.
Like that.
This is like a,
but that's like a natural redhead.
You think so?
If you were a real redhead, that's what color your hair would be.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
It looks good on you.
You're absolutely right.
Very becoming indeed.
Yes, thank you.
But yeah, so
thanks, green belt.
There will definitely be more on the horizon, though. You all, please, I put Tutu's Facebook name below. Again, her Cash App is $Gulati, which is her last name right here at the bottom of the screen. Please make sure to contribute. $1 is not too little. Anything that you have to give, just give it. Have a great day. Continue to be the best you can be, because there's nobody out here better suited for that job either. And we will talk to you next Thursday. I believe Super Dan wants to say something. Does he?
Hello.
Oh, all right. So we will see you next Thursday for another episode. Thank you for being you, and talk to you soon.
Hey, look, let me talk my talk. Let me speak my piece. It's for all my dogs. Coming straight off the leash. She kill them all like the Reaper. I need a girl like Nika. She jumping out the gym on all them hoes. Shorty came straight out the bleachers. Hey, she the baddest. Hey, that girl too bad. Hey, she came through with the combo. Cause shorty too lavish. Hey, that girl she the baddest. Hey, that girl too bad. Hey, look, she came straight with the combo.